So with the incoming activity, we're sending you real-time data from the spacecraft. When I say real-time, it's as near as we can make it. It's within a few hours. So as well as the high-resolution science data that you looked at in the spot activity, the incoming frames are much grainier because they're coming direct from the spacecraft and they're a much lower resolution as a consequence. So let's set this video playing. Now you can see that they don't necessarily play as a video either because it's quite blocky. We only update a frame when we get them, but you can still see the solar wind features, and I think there we could still see a solar storm. So let me just pause and go back to that, because once we've seen something in this, it's exactly the same as the activity in spot. We're looking for these things. So can you see in this ahead camera here, you go from this frame, the next one along, see a very small bubble, and out from that it starts to expand to a slightly bigger bubble. So this possibly is a solar storm, and I think you can perhaps see that there. So I can see that in the ahead spacecraft. Can I see that in the behind spacecraft? Well, no, I don't think so. There's an awful lot of peculiar. When you see this black and white signature in the data, this is a sign that the spacecraft is moving, and as a consequence, the data processing doesn't get rid of all that light scattered off the dust that we've had to process to see these storms. So I can only see this one in the ahead spacecraft, so I'm going to say stereo ahead, go on to the next stage, and same as before, we've moved the line a little bit closer because they get very faint very quickly, but let's move this through. I think it's fair to say that the storm's at the line there, so we'll say at line now, go on to the next stage, and now we want to know when it starts, so let's wind it back. Again, I can still see it there, possibly see it there, but I can't see it there. So I'm going to say that it starts at that point, and then send in the answers, because with this data, if we get enough people scaling the information in real time, we can actually send out an alert that this storm is on its way if we know that it's heading towards Earth.